Hi, my name is Joel Farnsworth, and this is my 3 to 5 minute video for digital twins. So the first area that I'd like to touch on is how digital twins is actually helping in the recycling. And I think a really good example of this is actually Finland. So with digital twins and how we can create virtual models of cities and that sort of thing, it's allowing us to identify inefficiencies in our recycling and how we're doing it. Obviously, America probably needs some work on this, but Finland, I think, is doing this really great. Um, and then the next area that I'd like to touch on and how digital twins is helping is the process optimization. So with digital twins, we can optimize kind of basically how fast we do something, and that also can go into financial. Like, hey, if you do this, this is kind of your predicted outcome in terms of a finance standpoint. And once again, that is identifying inefficiencies. Now, the next area that I'd really like to touch on in terms of how digital twins is helping is furniture. And we did touch on this in class, but I'd like to talk about it a little bit more based on my research, is that with digital twins, if you have true full data of a human and how big they are, how much they weigh, how tall they are, how skinny, that sort of thing, you can actually optimize that chair, that couch, even a table to better fit that person. And you can optimize each piece of furniture for every single person, assuming you wanted to do that and you had the truthful data for it. Now, the next area that I wanted to touch on is the environment. Now, we have talked about this in class a little bit, but and we do know that there is a digital twin that is in development for the ocean. And I think that's really cool because it's not just going to impact how we can now look at the ocean in a consequence-free environment, besides the financial point of having a digital twin, but we can now see how it's going to also affect potentially endangered species and other species in just around the world. I think it's going to really change how we look at just our carbon footprint in general. Um, and then the next area of how digital twins is kind of helping in our world is cost maintenance. Now, rather than having a bunch of models that we're producing of something in a physical environment, just having one single digital twin that's been developed, we can input our truthful data and we can make sure that before we even produce a single real physical object, that it is optimized, it has removed the inefficiencies, and the numbers, the financial side of things, it actually looks good. And the little kind of note that I have here about that. Um, so having it is expensive. I will say that it is expensive from my note here. It can be costly to have a digital twin, but it's more costly in a lot of these bigger scenarios like construction not to have one, just because of mistakes that could be happening in the physical world, which could cost tens, thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. And then the last point that I'd like to touch on is our ethics. And I don't think that digital twins is violating any data breaches in terms of people's human rights. I think that it's pretty much solid in that sort of thing. I think with the data that is constantly growing, as long as we continue to regulate how ethically we are using this technology, that there shouldn't be any problems with that. So, yeah. But yeah, thank you, Joel Farnsworth.